For most of galactic history, Earth was nothing more than a forgotten speck on the outer rim, a primitive world insignificant in the grand scheme of things. The Galactic Union, a vast collection of alien civilizations, barely acknowledged its existence. To them, Earth was a backwater planet, home to a species too young, too weak, and too disorganized to matter. While other species had been spacefaring for thousands of years, humans had only just begun venturing beyond their solar system. They lacked the immense fleets of the Rilnari, the advanced technology of the Kyrith, or the sheer brute strength of the Tazari Empire. In the eyes of the Union, Earth was irrelevant. That was until humanity proved them wrong. 2. First contact. The Tazari Empire was the most feared force in the galaxy. They weren't just conquerors. They were slavers, destroyers of civilizations. When they set their sights on the outer colonies of the Union, nobody was prepared. The Union, complacent and soft from centuries of peace, was crushed in every battle. Planets fell one after another. The Tazari moved swiftly, their fleets unstoppable, their soldiers ruthless. In desperation, the Union sent distress signals across the galaxy. One of those signals reached Earth. The Union leaders didn't expect a response. Earth had never been considered a real player in galactic politics, but to their surprise, humanity answered the call. A fleet of human warships, outdated by Union standards, rallied to defend a colony world under siege. The Union commanders dismissed them, believing they would be wiped out within minutes. After all, humanity was weak, wasn't it? They were wrong. 3. The first battle. The Tazara fleet descended upon the colony of Valara Prime, expecting another easy victory. Their warships outclassed anything the humans had, both in firepower and armor. It was supposed to be a massacre. Instead, it was a bloodbath for the Tazari. The humans fought like nothing the Union had ever seen. While the Union relied on defensive tactics, humanity was aggressive, unpredictable, and unrelenting. They didn't follow traditional battle formations. Instead, their ships weaved chaotically, dodging fire while unleashing a barrage of high-velocity projectiles. Human pilots pushed their ships beyond safe limits, flying through enemy formations with reckless precision. While the Union relied on energy shields, humanity used kinetic weapons, railguns, and explosives, tearing through Tazari armor like paper. For 3 straight days, the battle raged. The humans held the line even when outnumbered. Even when their ships were destroyed, their soldiers fought on the ground, in space, and even inside enemy vessels. When the smoke cleared, the Tazara fleet was in ruins. Humanity had suffered losses, but they had won. The galaxy took notice. 4. The rise of humanity. In the following months, humanity didn't just fight. They won. The Union had long believed that technological superiority was all that mattered. But humanity proved that adaptability, ingenuity, and sheer willpower were even more powerful. They didn't have the most advanced weapons, so they stole and improved Union technology. They didn't have energy shields, so they developed new armor that absorbed and redirected energy blasts. They didn't have experience in large-scale warfare, so they learned faster than any species had before. Union generals watched in awe as human soldiers deployed guerrilla tactics, booby traps, and psychological warfare, something no other species had ever thought to use. The Tazari, used to enemies surrendering in fear, did not know how to handle an enemy that refused to give up. Even when outnumbered, even when wounded, humans fought until their last breath. For every human that fell, 10 more took their place, and they fought to win. 5. The turning point. The final battle took place above the Union capital world, Zurus 5. The Tazari Armada, numbering in the thousands, prepared to invade the homeworld of the Union's leaders. The Union fleets were in retreat, and their forces had given up all hope. But humanity had not. A fleet of only 200 human warships arrived to face an enemy 10 times their size. The Union leaders thought they had come to negotiate or die bravely. Instead, they went on the attack. The battle that followed was unlike anything in history. Human ships moved like predators, darting between enemy formations, striking from unexpected angles. They ignored standard battle tactics. instead using hit-and-run strikes, ambushes, and unpredictable maneuvers. On the ground, human Marines armed with kinetic rifles and explosives fought street by street, refusing to give up an inch. The Tzerid panicked. No enemy had ever fought them like this. No enemy had ever been this ruthless. By the end of the battle, the Tzerid warlords were dead, their fleets were shattered, and the war was over. 6. A new galactic power. With the Tzerid Empire destroyed, the Union turned to its unexpected saviors, humanity. For the first time, Earth was no longer a backwater. The Union, humbled and in awe, offered humanity a seat on the High Council. They expected humans to be honored, to accept a place among them. But humanity had learned something. The Union was weak, it was fragile. It had almost fallen, and it would fall again if things didn't change. So humanity refused the offer. Instead, they formed the Terran Confederation, an independent power that would never be ignored again. 7. The Legend of Earth. Years later, across the galaxy, children would hear the stories, the primitive world that had once been forgotten, the species that had been underestimated, the warriors who changed the fate of the stars. When young aliens asked their elders why humans were feared, the answer was always the same: because they never, ever give up.